Hey guys, welcome back. It's Brad again with the Nitrous S10. We're going to do an update. I haven't done an update since the truck had its incident when the nitrous backfire blew the hood off. Everyone's seen in the last few videos. A little bit about the truck, never really got into it. It was a 4.8 liter Gen 4 stock bottom end. Had a cam in it, had a fast 102 intake with a Nick Williams 102 throttle body and a nitrous outlet plate. Basically what had happened was we got greedy with the nitrous. I went up in a shot, I was at like a 350 shot I think, and we did a couple runs with that, but we were trying to get out of the hole faster because the 4.8 just wasn't getting the 60 foot down. So we dropped the activation point to like 200 RPM higher than I was launching. Fuel puddled, wasn't having enough airflow, backfire. And that's whenever it decided to send the intake into orbit. So what I did since then is I pulled the engine out. I looked at the engine, wasn't that bad. It blew one spark plug hole out. I went ahead and got a different head for it, everything, and went over it. Decided to go a different route, but that's not going to be the concern of today's video. Today's video is the current state of the truck, what it's set up with, and what the future plans are going to be. As of right now, this is the current state. We got the interior completely gutted because we was getting ready to cage it, do some weight reduction. We got the entire factory wiring harness out, dash out, pedal assemblies pretty much out except for the fly-by-wire one. Just been sitting on jack stands, taking our time with it. As of right now, the truck does have the motor in it, but it does have the motor in it, but right now we're not going to get into what the motor is, what the build, what the future plan of that is. As of right now, we're just going to talk about the body of the truck. I've been thinking about it a lot. The truck's going to go more into the strip than the street. I was driving on the street, racing it around. I want to do more track racing and a little bit of street racing here and there. Problem with that is the current setup I have, a drive shaft has to be over 6 feet long. I'm not comfortable with a drive shaft that long. It'd have to go carbon fiber. Carbon fiber isn't ideal for even putting it on the street. It gets one nick, it's destroyed, and that's $1,500 down the drain. So I've been contemplating back and forth what to do. Maybe try to build a second two-piece drive shaft because this truck originally had the factory 2.2 drive shaft in it, just upgraded joints and rebuilt, rebalance and all that, but it held it. It held it into the mid-10s with starting to lift the front wheels a little bit without any failure of the two-piece. But with the power range that I'm looking to get, I don't think a two-piece is going to be feasible. So with that being said, I'm really been contemplating what to do. I think I might end up debating to go a different route with a different vehicle or something. This truck has just gotten, with it sitting over the past year while I've been collecting parts and getting the engine ready and figuring out what I'm going to do, the truck has gotten some more flaws to it that I'm not too happy with. And again, the truck is an extended cab. With it being more of a track truck, I don't see any necessity to keep an extended cab in it, the additional roughly 200 pounds, that would be the weight of a cage. So I'm still been on the fence. We got some major issues with the truck right now that would have to be addressed, starting with, this is the lower door. We got a lot of rot going on there. All right, and the other part, this is the bottom of the wheel well on the firewall right there. You got it? Some rust starting there. Here's an inside look. Basically, this is where the heater core used to sit right here, and I'm guessing water used to run down here and sit between the carpet and the firewall and the lower firewall and just rotted over the years. So that would have to be repaired. All down here, the lower quarter, all just rotten away. So that's another thing that's gonna have to be repaired on the truck. All right, with everything I've just went over with the truck, with the rot, the drive shaft, again, I don't feel 100% safe with it. And why I want to cage this truck, because it's gonna be a lot faster, and I just feel more comfortable putting a cage in it and safety features, and don't want to get kicked off the track. Basically, if I cage this, it's going to add another 150 pounds roughly to the truck, making it even heavier. And I don't know if I want to keep making this truck that heavy, because unfortunately, a popular belief, these trucks aren't all that light. This truck, I think, weighed in at like 3,600 pounds with me in it with the last setup. And with this new setup, it's probably gonna be a little bit heavier. Yeah, I do got a bunch of plans for weight reduction on this thing. And I'm gonna do a couple videos about that type of stuff. I think it's time to go ahead and cut ties with this truck and build something else with my current setup, with everything I have. It just, with the truck, I have no need for the extended cab. The extended cab is, like I said, another 200 pounds. That would be the weight of the cage alone. So I'm really think it's time just to cut ties and find something with a little bit of a shorter wheelbase, so I can have a shorter drive shaft and have more of a durable drive shaft. This truck, I did like it, but again, I got this truck for next to nothing. I actually got it for free whenever I first built it with a 2.2 in it, yanked it out, and it made the whole build. So it's really not going to cost me anything to get rid of the truck. With that being said, I've done a lot of talking with everyone and a lot of contemplating what I'm going to go with. Seeing I do have everything for an S10 and all the suspension, because not one bit of suspension on this truck is stock factory, any of it. The truck is full suspension on it. So with all that cut into mind, the only logical plan to do is to get another S10. So we're gonna scour Facebook, see what we can find, hopefully we can pick something up cheap, and make a swap. Now, when I do, I will make another video of gutting the other S10 and doing weight, how much the AC box weighs, how much the factory dash, how much the steering columns, how much the factory wiring harness with the factory AC, how much all that weighs. I want to do a video with that so we can do comparisons of what this weighs, what this versus what this would weigh. So anyone out there is thinking with weight reduction, they know, well, if I take this off, it's only going to save me X amount of pounds. So that's going to be one of the videos coming very soon for you guys to look forward to, along with stripping this truck and taking the motor that we have under the hood of this thing and putting it in something else. Now the other one, this frame is notched for the engine. The new S10 that we get, we're going to notch it as well. I'll do a full video on that, along with one of the new Harbor Freight titanium welders, because I do have one of them that I've been wanting to play with some heavy duty stuff. I've welded exhaust and little things here and there, but I want to get into it and actually do a good video with that. So with that being said, that's everything we're going to do, and this truck's just going to go bye-bye soon. I'm just going to take every usable part off of it that I can. Depending what the other truck is, the bed might come off. Again, we're going to use every usable part, and this truck's just going to go to the scrapyard unless someone else decides they want to make something of it. Other than that, it's time to say goodbye to this truck. So basically, in short terms, keep watching for updates on this, updates on a new truck that I'm going to find and build from scratch with detailed videos and a little sneak peek of what to look for.